Well, Farah, negotiations with Meng Wanzhou and the U.S. Justice Department reportedly began last summer under President Trump. But the two sides finally came to this agreement against a backdrop of mounting pressure on China over the treatment of those two detained Canadians, something the U.S. Secretary of State raised during a tense meeting with his Chinese counterpart back in March. We know that Prime Minister Trudeau and President Biden have spoken repeatedly about working to secure the release of the two Michaels. Biden himself publicly raised the issue.
Human beings are not bartering chips. We're going to work together until we get their safe return.
So Farah, even though the Justice Department is politically independent, today's decision at least has the benefit of removing Canada as the middleman in this tense situation between the U.S. and China, and perhaps helps to thaw relations with all three countries if it does eventually result in the freedom for the two detained Canadians.
Yeah, so Jackson, what does this mean then for the relationship between the U.S. and China moving forward? Will it help it improve?
Well, big picture, Biden has spoken extensively about his desire for competition, not conflict with China. In fact, while Meng Wanzhou was in court today, Biden was actually at the White House meeting with the leaders of India, Australia, and Japan to talk about the very issue of countering China. And of course, just last week, the U.S. agreed to that pact with Australia and Great Britain for nuclear-powered submarines, again, to counter China's growing influence. Of course, even with Meng's release, the core issue at the center of all of this, the reach and influence of Chinese technology giant Huawei, is unlikely to disappear. And China has already now sent this very clear message that countries who support U.S. efforts could end up paying a very steep price. Farah?
Jackson Proskow in Washington. Thank you, Jackson.